Stop. 7 peace lily mistakes that are slowly killing your plant. Hello everyone. And welcome back. After caring for peace lilies for quite some time, I realized something surprising. Most peace lilies don't struggle because of pests or diseases. In many cases, they become weak because we simply care for them the wrong way. We water too often. We repot too soon. We add too much fertilizer. Or we do things that seem helpful but actually stress the plant. Don't worry, I've made these mistakes too. The good news is that most of them are easy to fix. In this video, I'll share 7 common peace lily mistakes that many people make without realizing it, and simple ways to avoid them. Let's start with the first one. One of the first things many people do after buying a new peace lily is repot it immediately. I used to do the same. I'd look at the small nursery pot and think, this pot is too small. The soil probably isn't good enough. A bigger, nicer pot will help it grow. So I'd repot it the very first day. But later I realized that was a mistake. Think about it this way. Your peace lily has already gone through a long journey, from the nursery to the store, and finally to your home. It's already adjusting to a completely new environment. Repotting it right away only adds more stress. That's why many plants start drooping or developing yellow leaves just a few days after being repotted. From my experience, if your new peace lily still looks healthy, leave it alone for 2 to 3 weeks. Give it bright, indirect light. Water it properly. And let it settle into its new home first. Once you see new growth, that's usually the best time to repot. One lesson I've learned is simple. Your peace lily doesn't need a prettier pot on day 1. It just needs time to adjust. Now, if this mistake usually happens only once, the next one is much more common, and many people make it every single day without even realizing it. The second mistake is much more common, and many people make it every day without realizing it. It's placing a peace lily directly under an air conditioner, near a heating vent, or in front of a fan. It may not seem like a problem, but it can slowly weaken your plant. A friend once asked me why the tips of their peace lily kept turning brown. The leaves were still green, and they watered and fertilized the plant regularly. At first, I thought it was a soil problem. But when I saw a photo of the room, I immediately noticed the plant was sitting right under the air conditioner. Many people think peace lilies like cool temperatures, so an air conditioner should be perfect. I used to think that too. But peace lilies like cool, stable temperatures, not cold air blowing directly on their leaves all day. Think about how your skin feels after sitting in front of a fan or air conditioner for hours. It becomes dry. The same thing happens to your plant. Constant airflow makes water evaporate from the leaves much faster. To replace that moisture, the roots have to work harder. Even if the soil is still damp, the changes happen slowly. First, the leaf tips become dry. Then the edges turn brown. New leaves grow smaller. Growth slows down. Because these signs appear gradually, most people never realize the location is the real problem. And it's not just air conditioners. Strong fans, heating vents, or even a drafty window can have the same effect. From my experience, the best spot for a peace lily is somewhere with good air circulation, but without direct airflow. If your plant sits under an AC vent, simply moving it a few feet away can make a big difference. Peace lilies are very forgiving. If you catch the problem early and make a small change, your plant will often recover on its own. This next mistake is probably even more common than the first two. And the interesting part is, most people do it because they think they're helping their plant. I remember visiting a friend who had a beautiful peace lily in the living room. The leaves looked healthy. But when I lifted the pot, the saucer underneath was still full of water. I asked, "How long has the water been sitting there?" She smiled and said, "I leave it there so the plant can drink whenever it needs to." Honestly, that sounds like a good idea. I used to think the same thing. But later I learned that peace lily roots need both water and oxygen. Healthy potting soil contains tiny air pockets that allow the roots to breathe. When water sits in the saucer for too long, the bottom of the soil stays constantly wet. Those air pockets fill with water, and the roots gradually lose the oxygen they need. The problem doesn't appear overnight. It can take weeks or even months before you notice the signs. Older leaves start turning yellow. New leaves become smaller. Growth slows down. Eventually, the plant may look droopy even though the soil is still wet. Many people think it's thirsty and add even more water, which only makes the problem worse. From my experience, after watering your peace lily, wait about 10 to 15 minutes. Then pour away any water left in the saucer. It's a simple habit, but it can make a huge difference to the health of the roots. One more thing. If the soil stays wet for several days after watering, the potting mix may have become too old or compacted. Sometimes the problem isn't how much you water. It's that the soil no longer drains well or lets enough air reach the roots. That's why I always say this. Don't just look at the leaves. Take care of the roots first. Because healthy roots are the foundation of a healthy peace lily. Another common mistake, especially for beginners, is misting the leaves every single day. I used to do it too. Every morning, I'd grab a spray bottle and mist all my plants. My thinking was simple. Peace lilies are tropical plants. Tropical plants love humidity. So misting them every day must be good for them. It sounds reasonable. But later I realized there's an important difference. Peace lilies like humid air, not constantly wet leaves. Those are not the same thing. If your home is very dry, especially during winter or when the air conditioner is running, increasing the humidity can definitely help. But spraying water on the leaves several times a day isn't always the best solution. When leaves stay wet for too long, especially in a room with poor airflow, they create the perfect environment for fungi and bacteria. The damage usually happens slowly. You may start seeing small spots, brown leaf tips, or patches of discoloration. Many people think the plant needs fertilizer or more water. But sometimes, the real problem is simply that the leaves never have a chance to dry. Another thing I learned is that peace lilies absorb almost all of their water through their roots, not their leaves. Misting can be helpful occasionally, but it should never replace proper watering. If you want to raise humidity, there are better options. Group several houseplants together. Use a pebble tray filled with water, making sure the bottom of the pot isn't sitting in the water. Or use a humidifier if your home is especially dry. If you still like misting your peace lily, that's perfectly fine. Just remember two simple rules. Use a very light mist, and do it in the morning so the leaves have time to dry before night. One lesson took me a long time to learn. Sometimes we think doing more means taking better care of our plants. But that's not always true. Peace lilies don't need more care. They simply need the right care. That one simple idea completely changed the way I grow my plants. If you spend time on social media, you've probably seen this tip. Wipe your peace lily leaves with milk or a little cooking oil. And they'll become shiny in just a few minutes. I thought it was a great idea too. Shiny leaves make any plant look healthier. But after learning more, I stopped doing it. Here's why. Leaves aren't just for looks. They help the plant make food and exchange gases through thousands of tiny pores called stomata. When you coat the leaves with oil or other substances, you may interfere with that natural process. You probably won't notice a problem right away. But over time, the leaves can collect more dust and may not function as well. In my opinion, peace lilies don't need shiny leaves. They need clean leaves. About once or twice a month, I simply wipe both sides of the leaves with a soft, damp cloth. If they're especially dirty, I use slightly warm water. That's usually all they need. Sometimes the simplest method is also the best. Another mistake I used to make was turning the pot every few days. I thought it would help the plant grow evenly. It sounds like a good idea. But peace lilies naturally grow toward the light because that's how they maximize photosynthesis. Every time you rotate the pot, the plant has to adjust again. The leaves change direction. The stems slowly bend. New growth starts following a different light source. If you keep turning the plant too often, it never has enough time to settle. That doesn't mean you should never rotate it. From my experience, once every 3 or 4 weeks is usually enough. That gives the plant time to adapt naturally while still helping it grow evenly. Sometimes, giving a plant a little stability is better than constantly trying to improve it. The last mistake is one I've made myself. You notice one yellow leaf. Then you think, I might as well remove a few more. Before you know it, you've cut off several healthy green leaves. Here's what I learned. Not every yellow leaf is a problem. As leaves age, the plant naturally moves nutrients from older leaves to newer ones. After that, the old leaf turns yellow and eventually dies. That's completely normal. If only 1 or 2 older leaves near the bottom are yellow, I simply remove those and leave the healthy leaves alone. Every green leaf acts like a small solar panel. The more healthy leaves your peace lily has, the more energy it can produce to grow roots, new leaves, and flowers. Sometimes we remove healthy leaves just to make the plant look better. But in reality, those leaves are still doing an important job. Today we've covered 7 common peace lily mistakes. If you noticed, they all have one thing in common. None of them happen because we want to hurt our plants. They happen because we're trying to help. I've made many of these mistakes myself. I repotted too soon. I overwatered. I misted too often. And I removed more leaves than I should have. Over time, I learned one simple lesson. Peace lilies don't need more care. They just need the right care. Sometimes the best thing you can do is simply observe your plant before taking action. Check the soil. Look at the leaves. Give it the right light. Small habits like these can make a big difference. If you've made any of these mistakes, don't worry. Peace lilies are surprisingly forgiving. And most of these problems are easy to fix. Which mistake have you made the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.